What is going on, internet? People like to say all the time that misery loves company. But all I want to know is how to not be so dang miserable all the time. This is not a vlog. So at some point in the last few years, I came to the realization that I was constantly upset and unhappy and miserable about my life. I realized that it was taking up a lot of time and a lot of energy, and I didn't really like the way it felt. And I thought to myself, how can I stop being this freaking miserable? I began to take notice of how I was treating other people in my life, and as well as myself. I noticed how badly I was starting to treat myself and others, and that was a big wake-up call for me. As the complaints and the negative thoughts compounded on each other, I began to notice that I would be getting depressed, or that I was developing anxiety, and many other negative responses to situations in life. For example, I have Crohn's disease, and for 2 years of my life, I did not know that I had Crohn's disease. So I was constantly suffering with the pain and the uncertainty of what was actually happening to me. And it sucked. It would constantly keep me in those negative mindsets all the time because I just didn't know what was wrong with me. So once I realized that I was unbearable to be around for most people, I started reading about what misery actually is. And in the Oxford Learner's Dictionary, the definition of misery is great physical or mental pain. And I'll put links in the description and everything so you can check these out for yourself. But learning what causes misery and unhappiness was something that I really needed to research and understand, because how are you going to fix something if you don't know what causes it? I think the best explanation for what causes misery is said by Dr. Jeffrey Bernstein. He says that there are two main causes of misery. We either want something that we don't have, or we don't want something that we do have. All it essentially says is that we're just not satisfied with what we have already. And after coming to the understanding that it is the lack of appreciation and longing for things that we don't have, I asked God, I was like, hey, how the heck do I not be in a horrible freaking mood all the time? And he gave me the verse Luke 12:13-34. I'm paraphrasing, but it's essentially Jesus telling people, stop worrying so dang much. You're over here trying to store up wealth on earth, and you're making yourself freaking anxious doing it. The whole general theme of the passage is literally, you're not satisfied. Stop being not satisfied, and you won't be anxious, depressed, and all these other things. Life's not that hard, man. If you're seeking God, you're not gonna have to worry about this stuff. So seek God. So the solution that God gave me to this problem is I don't have to constantly chase the next thing. But if I seek God in the kingdom of heaven, then he'll give me what I need, so I don't need to worry about these things. And after reading and understanding this word, I was like, all right, sweet, that's awesome, but how do I do that? I went to see how the men and women of science suggested I be more thankful. And wouldn't you know, Dr. Jeffrey Bernstein came through with another article. Link in description. Link in description, boy. Link it. On a real note, the article is called Building a Positive Attitude. Building one of the greatest attitudes. We're going to win very bigly. Actually, no, it's not called Build a Positive Mind. It's Building a Positive Attitude. Whatever the article's called. The first step that he offered was to build a positive mindset. And that entails teaching yourself how to think differently. But you may ask, how does one build a new mindset? I'm glad you asked. First things first, you're gonna get yourself a little notebook. I want you to write down every single day at least like 5 things you're thankful for. Writing the things that you're thankful for over a long period of time will help you to subconsciously start to think in that way as you write them every single day. And you have to remember, hey, I'm actually thankful for things. Like, I don't hate everything. What? Trust me, it works. Step number 2, it's super important. Make some high quality friends and also help people. How are you going to be in a crappy mood if you're just hanging out with the boys or girls? Girls are watching. Helping people will change your mindset. It just does. I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't know everything. Just freaking try it. Go help somebody and tell me you don't feel better. Last but not least, the third tip that he offers is chase the uncomfortable. This can be done in all aspects of your life, because if you live in a first world country, you're definitely going to be comfortable. When you start to chase uncomfortable things, you begin to build confidence in yourself. With the acquisition of this new confidence, you will start to appreciate things more. Both of these solutions work in tandem. Seeking God at his kingdom will lead you into all understanding. And by proxy to God, you will gain all of these things because they're going to be added to you. The best part is it won't be forced. Just start with a prayer and begin to write what you're thankful for. Touch grass and take care of yourself, and I guarantee you won't be miserable anymore. Stay blessed.